Hey, what's happening, everybody? This is take 2. You don't know that, but this is everyday people doing everyday shit here on this fine Wednesday evening, a little bit later than usual, but that's okay. We'll get into that in a moment. I am at Pruitt. Hope y'all are doing well. I'm unbelievable as always, hanging out as usual with the one and only Queen Pruitt over there, Miss Phoebe Pruitt. How you be over there?
I'm swell. I'm still swell.
Still swell.
I'm still swell. Yes, it's a little late, but I am swell.
Good.
And you said you were unbelievable.
Yes, this is true. Now, we're a little late. We already explained amongst ourselves that it was going to be late prior to today, because we just sort of knew some stuff was going to be going on with the everyday aspect of everyday life, if you will. You care to explain what happened?
Yes, indeed, I do.
Is this your Shakespeare tone?
I actually need to do a little bit more listening to someone of royalty, accent. I know it's just not just British, but just better royalty. I don't even, but
hold up. Wait a minute.
Let me stop.
Why, wait a minute. Why has it got to be royalty?
Because I am this part that I am playing. I got money. And
okay, so all right.
So
people that got money sound different. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I will, because I don't think that Shakespeare, like there's some lines in it that one of the young ladies helped me with tonight. She is going to be playing my daughter. Mm-hmm. And one of the line is
playing your daughter in what?
Oh, Much Ado About Nothing, a Shakespeare comedy, not a tragedy. It's a Shakespeare comedy.
Right.
It's pretty good. I like it. It's funny. I never would have thought about it or heard about it or any of that until class.
I didn't know Shakespeare did anything funny or comedic.
He does have some comedies and tragedies. It's one or the other. But yeah, he does have some. And there's a lot of things that are out there that are based on things like 10 Things I Hate About You is based on one of his plays, and just other things that are supposed to be funny. This one is funny. Denzel Washington played in the one that I watched or watch all the time. That's on TV, the movie. But I am playing the part of Leonato. Mm-hmm. But I am Leonata, and all of the verbiage throughout the entire play has to be changed. Not the verbiage, but the pronouns. Oh. All of it's changing throughout the whole thing, where everyone would say he or sir is changed to, or senor is senora, or lady, and it's really, really weird.
Sounds like California 2024.
Yeah, it is. But this is because this part is played by a man in the Shakespearean times. So,
but that was common back then, though, if I'm remembering right. There was a lot of players that were male playing female parts in a lot of things.
Yes, I believe that. That was probably Orlando.
Like Peter Pan is the first thing, and maybe the only thing that comes to my mind. Like maybe it wasn't the original playing of Peter Pan, but like the broadcast that most of us here in the U.S. know about from umpteen gazillion years ago of television. I believe Peter Pan was a female lead. I
don't know if I ever watched Peter Pan.
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I didn't.
Because
didn't care, but
I'm so behind on so many things. I say that, and
is it considered behind if you didn't really care?
But I mean, I wonder if I should have cared, being that I wanted to be an actor.
Okay, so.
But I didn't know that Shakespeare was the gateway to all of it. That I would have to go didn't even know anything about Shakespeare. And well, I heard of it, in high school or whatever, but I was never able to be in any of the drama classes or.
Well, I got to think that, I remember you said several episodes back here on the show that you knew early as a kid that you wanted to be an actor, not like teenager. It was earlier than that.
Yes. Well, I used to dance with the Solid Gold dancers. I was in front
Marilyn
of...
McCoo.
Yes. I was right there with her. Whatever she did, I was dancing with all of the Solid Gold dancers. I remember just memorizing even the facts of life. Just stuff. I knew I wanted to be an actor from early on.
Facts of life. I got to talk to you about that later on, but after the show. But yeah, anyway. But what I was saying was you knew early on, but that doesn't necessarily mean your mother or any of your family members were talking Shakespeare to you. If it's anything like where I grew up, when it came to stardom, it was usually Hollywood based. And then it trickled into someone like a Dorothy Dandridge or
Carmen Jones.
Which is, or what's her name? Vanessa Williams, Lena Horne, people like that. But you, though, I'm assuming it was a bit of the same thing. No one really talked about Shakespeare in our circles, if you will.
Never.
So why would you consider that you were behind? Because
I
you
feel
were just
behind
ignorant.
now because I need to know this stuff.
Yeah, but again, it's real.
And I'm learning. I know that's why I'm in school to learn. I'm in school to learn right now because I didn't know. But I say I feel behind because they're our kids' ages, and they know a lot more than I do when it comes to this. So that's why I feel like.
But who are their parents? What did their parents put them into or expose them to, if you will? It's
that I know. But I still feel behind.
And it ain't nothing against our parents, but Shakespeare wasn't important.
No.
In our house.
No plays or going to plays or anything like that. Did you learn how to juggle ever?
No, not formally. I attempted it, I don't know, probably like college or something like that. And I could only do like 3.
Okay.
And that was it. Because I didn't really try to apply myself to learn more because what the heck is juggling going to do for me, in my life? The only thing that did really help was just hand-eye coordination for catching the football. That was it.
That's why they used it.
But outside of that, no. I had no reason to learn how to juggle more than 4.
I never learned how to juggle, but that's a thing.
Yeah,
they can use it in theater, definitely.
And people make a lot of money doing that, I guess, out there in Vegas and stuff. Now, playing an instrument, that was...
Not just even an instrument, but like the little tiny...
the ukulele?
That's it.
I think that's more regional.
And
the ukulele. I think that's how you say it. Ukulele.
And
harmonica. What was that gesture? What was that gesture?
I know you don't even move your fingers.
It almost looked like you're saying, this is a tasty sandwich.
That did not look anything like a harmonica at all.
No, it didn't.
At all.
But that's okay. I figured it out. Bless your heart.
But you guys out there in everyday people land, if you want to, come all the way to California and watch me in my first ever Shakespeare play, I've been told that my dress is... Actually, I saw renderings of the dress. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Okay. I was waiting for you to complete the sentence because that gasp could have meant anything.
I know. It is gorgeous.
That dress was, holy crap, it was horrible.
Yeah, it could have been. I know. But it's really, really pretty. It's really pretty. And they want us to bring in some things if we have like corsets and big skirts and layers. And I don't have anything like that. It's like, can I just donate to the
corset is just another name for a girdle.
Because this would be made and you want to see it. Girdles, you don't see. They go under your clothes. Girdles, you don't see. Corsets are out. And I think...
I thought corsets were underneath, like almost like they were braided up, not braided, maybe laced up kind of thing. You had to string them and tie
in the
them
back,
up kind of thing.
tie them really tight.
And I thought that was underneath. I could do a Google search, but no, I'm not going to search that. Put that in my search.
No, don't do it.
It's okay. I'll pass.
Do you hear that?
Who's playing music?
It's outside.
Is it downstairs with Hardhead?
No, it's outside.
Okay. Anyway,
is somebody going down the street playing?
We're just gonna power through. Yeah.
Interesting. Stranger things have happened. And the moon is not even full yet, but it's been interesting.
Thanks for being here, Ozone Nightmare. Good to see you, brother.
Thank you so much. Because we do realize that it's late, but I had my first table reading last night. Practice will be Monday through Thursday night from 6 to 10 Pacific time. So after rehearsal, I will pop in here on Wednesdays to, have to wait till after though. So that might be 10. It might be right at 10. It might be a little after 10, but we got to get it recorded then because nobody wants to listen on the weekend.
No, well, no one really wants to listen live, I should say, on the weekend.
Or at 10 o'clock at night.
Or at 10 o'clock at night.
Come on now. If that's the case, then we could just do it on the weekend. It's not 10 o'clock. It wouldn't be 10 o'clock at night. So, I know I don't expect people to chime in, 10 o'clock on Saturday night.
Only the weirdos like Ozone Nightmare.
Or the older people. He's not a weirdo.
Oh, he's a weirdo. Let me assure you of that. Love you, Mr. Esposito. You're good people, dude.
Yes.
Really appreciate you. So beyond the acting, other stuff that's been happening this week, me personally, finally started getting my feet wet with the whole ZDNet thing and getting back into doing some writing. And some of it I remember because, all right, if you want to write for some publication, they have some sort of what they call a CMS, content management system. Okay. If I want to put something on my website, I log into my website's content management system and write everything up and hit publish. Okay. When you're writing for a much larger, site or like a journalistic place or what have you, they have processing procedures. You write your stuff up, you put it in the CMS, somebody reads over it and edits it. Somebody else reads over it and edits it.
Wow.
And somebody sends you notes and tells you to change shit. And, it is a process.
That's what you've been doing?
It is a process.
Wow.
And so I didn't have a lot of edits, but what I did have to deal with is just the fact that the CMS it was different from what I'm used to working with. I haven't written in 4 years for another company like this since we moved here. The last people I wrote with was Tech Republic. And fortunately, this is a very similar content management system than like what Tech Republic was doing. So some of it looked familiar, but then there's other things I was like, I don't know what the hell is happening here. And so it was a lot of back and forth on trying to get, stuff squared away between me and the guys that were, quote, training me up, getting stuff ready, because bless their heart, they clearly wanted me to get some stuff done because I have this whole queue of stuff like, hey, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? And it's like this long, you know. Now, granted, there's nothing that it's not going to be done this week. You know, they don't expect that.
Oh, you're not trying to get it done this week.
They don't expect that, but they definitely had a nice backlog of stuff that I could address. You know, so I got in there and was looking at it, and the first thing I was like, damn, there's a whole lot of shit in here. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute, dude, you don't have to do all of this today. You know, and they're cool with that. And it was a challenge. I finally got the piece written and into the content management system successfully and submitted to the copy editors so they can fact check me and the whole 9 yards. And now I wait. And that's it. And so hopefully within the next 24 to 48 hours, I'll see my byline up again on these here internets.
And that's what we have to wait until that happens to know what you were writing about.
Correct. Correct. I don't want to talk about it because I want people to go and freaking read it.
Yes, I want people to come and see me in Much Ado About Nothing. I really do. Please, I would love it. You know, these they asked me if I was going to talk about it on the show, and I was like, absolutely, I would love it for people to come all the way to California, Santa Rosa, California, to watch me in a student production of Much Ado About Nothing.
and they can. We're not going to turn you away. I'm pulling up here on the screen here. There's a super chat from Ozone. It says, congratulations on the Shakespeare part.
Thank you.
And yes, I am absolutely a weirdo, but the good kind. Yes. Nailed it, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The good kind of weirdo. I am too. I'm a good kind of weirdo too.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
I have my moments.
Yeah. Some stuff I'm like, man, you coming way out of left field. I'm like totally lost. No. Some days you way out of left field. No. But it's okay.
You're just not up there where I am.
That's cool.
You still on the right side.
And I'm totally fine with that. Good grief. But yeah, that's the update with ZDNet. The other thing, I had a shoot yesterday with I guess I could say it. I just can't publish any of the stuff for them publicly. Like,
don't, if you, I wouldn't say nothing. If you got a guess, if you guess you can say something, I wouldn't.
I'm going to say it because I'm not revealing any like people's names, but San Francisco Conservatory of Music hired me to video some stuff for them, not photographs, video. And it's so freaking fascinating because you're in their big ass concert hall, you know, and this is where an orchestra is. And this is where people come in there and sing opera and all of that stuff. And so acoustically, it's amazing. And when you get in there and they have this whole orchestra just sitting there on the stage and they are with those violins and cellos and stuff, it is magical. And I really want to try to see one of their performances one day, even though I essentially just saw one.
Yes, you did. That's the good part of working the productions, that you get to see it and hear it.
But yeah, they had a special guest. I'm not going to talk about the special guest, but just filming that and doing the interview for them and so forth. It was quite the experience. And again, I hope they continue to have me back. I don't have a retainer, but I'd like to know that I'm on their list of, hey, can you come and do this for us, please? And thank you. Yes, I can. And here's your invoice. But yeah, that was yesterday, and I spent most of the day today doing the edit on there because I was just supposed to be there to shoot one particular aspect of it. But then right as it ended, I'm packing my shit up, to get ready to drive back to the big city of Petaluma here. And I'm packing my stuff up and like one of their leadership groups walks up to me and he says, I'm nervous. And I'm like, why are you nervous? He says, because you're packing your stuff up. I said, well, we're done. I'm not leaving my stuff here with you, And he says, well, no, I thought you was going to record this interview thing too. And at the time I wasn't, because as her headphones fall off. Got your headphones back over there? You
yes. Good? My hair is fresh. So it's just sliding down.
But yeah, he was asking if I was going to record this interview. And I wasn't prepared to do it because I didn't bring the kit for it. You need good audio. You need good mics. You need certain lenses. Mm-hmm. And I didn't think I had that extra lens. I knew I didn't have that mic. But I looked in my bag and I did have the lens. And I said, look, I can record it, but we need to go somewhere where the room is better for an interview, a one-on-one interview kind of thing. And I warned them about the audio, and they said, yeah, that's fine. Let's do it anyway. It's like,
they wanted something.
They just like, we got to do this. And I said, all right, well, don't call me out when the audio is shit-tastic kind of thing. So we went in and did the interview. And it's funny because where the room was, it was, off of the main stage and whatnot. And so all of the crew, the grips and, the gaffers and all of them were on the stage striking, taking everything down because
I know about that.
On to the next job as far as they go.
Yes.
They're like,
and
right.
That's how it is.
Yeah. So them cats, they were moving. And so we're in the room and these guys are talking and all you hear is just all kind of noise. The director sticks his head out and you can see his face. He was wanting to yell, but he knew if he yelled, it's going to be caught in the recording.
So those mics were good enough for something then, the ones that you didn't have.
Well, no. Well, see, that's the thing. The mics that you need are the mics that are similar to these, because I fuss at you in post-production all the time that when you talk off the mic,
yes,
it's a big difference in how the audio sounds.
Yes. And
so when you have a mic that's not like these, they pick up everything.
Oh, okay.
So, like right now, this is only just getting my voice, even though there's a little fan going on right there. This mic don't hear that. I hear it, but the mic don't hear it. So you need mics like that to do interviews.
I see.
So the one that we had was, it's pretty shit-tastic.
Picking up everything.
It picked up everything. Picked up all of the noise, all of the gaffers and grips and whatnot. But we worked it out. I worked on it this morning and cleaned it up as best I could and sent it out and haven't heard anything back. So I'm assuming everything
news is good news.
Is all good.
That is awesome.
And it was just another line item on the invoice too. So I'm fine with that.
That's always good. That's what you got to do. Add them up. Oh, you need this? Yes.
Yeah.
Let me write this in.
Yeah.
Let me write this in.
Uh-oh, your camera died over there. I should probably.
It did?
Yeah, that's on me because I haven't quite figured out. Because I have. There's a weird rule with cameras. Basically, it's based on taxes. Cameras like this, and this is real. Cameras like this that are not, quote, video cinema cameras can only do video 29 minutes at a time. So it'll get to 29 minutes and cut off.
Oh.
Then I fire it back up and it'll go another 29 minutes. Because this is not considered a cinema camera. So anyway. Back on, your video should look much better now. See, look, there you are.
There I am.
Either way, let's pause for a quick second here to help pay some bills. Again, this is the one and only Everyday People Doing Everyday Shit podcast. Thank y'all for being here. If you're into YouTube, go ahead and hit subscribe right now and hit like right now to send that wonderful signal to YouTube that we're doing the right thing on their platform, so on and so forth. But yeah, I want to pause and do a quick little ad break. But even before I do that, there's something I want to do, and it is a big shout out to all of our folks on the Patreon. So if you're looking up on the screen right now, these are our current Patreon members. You go to patreon.com/Aunt Pruitt and can join as a free member or as a paying member to help support the show. And I appreciate Matt Buyanikanti. Not sure how to say your name, but it's on the screen.
Matt. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you to Alvin Brock. Thank you to Joe Esposito. Thank you to Dr. Drew. Thank you to Tanya Wyman. Thank you to Finn. And thank you to Jeffrey Maracchini. Thank you all so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
And all right. So with that said, we're going to pause and take just a quick break. We'll be right back. All right. And we are back. So now we're heading into the end of the week and headed into the weekend. And speaking of weekend escapades, we got some feedback last week about your weekend escapade and explanation. And I got to tell you, it was a lot of positive feedback. Some of it was rather long, so I can't really get into it all in the air, but there was a couple messages that came to me on my social media. And then I remember like one of the shortest ones that I saw was a comment on the video, and it says, "I'm here for Queen Pruitt."
Thank you.
But yeah, I can, I'll go ahead and disclose that when the show was published, actually, you didn't even know the show was published, but you had thought about it, right?
Yes.
You thought about it.
Thinking about it. I did. I got to thinking about it the next day after we went through it, and it hadn't gone up. I don't think it had gone up yet, but it was probably in the process. I don't know. I still had questions, so many questions that I didn't understand, especially my tires is bugging me.
Your tire? What do you mean by your tire?
My tires, because I scraped the side of the pavement with my tires. I don't, because
this is when you're supposed to have them old school curb fillers.
Yeah. Yeah, but I just got to thinking about it. I was like, I asked you, has the show gone up? He was like, no, not yet. I was like, don't put it down. Don't do it. Don't put it out. Yeah. I was like, because it makes me look bad. Like I was embarrassed, totally embarrassed, even though I've been looking for those security officers, but I'm not going to see them because they work a whole different shift than me. I'm never at work at that hour, so I'm not going to see them.
What's fascinating is you saying you felt embarrassed. It's
embarrassed because I couldn't find my car that I moved. I'm literally like having issues with these people not helping me.
But see, I
moved my own car. And it's embarrassing. And I was like, this just makes me look bad. I just don't want it there.
It doesn't make you look bad. It makes you look human because you are human. I am human. And I'm almost a perfect one, but I am human. And that's just the reality. And like I said, the feedback that I saw regarding it, it was quite supportive of you, and people applaud you for putting it out there. Granted, I did see one message about me broadcasting it and basically incriminating you because you're, quote, under the influence when we drove back. Mm-hmm. And I didn't think about that, but yeah, I guess you would have been considered still not drunk, not intoxicated like on alcohol.
No, it wasn't alcohol.
But you still could have been considered under the influence.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Incriminating. I mean, that's a part of it, that you got to roll with the punches. If you decide to do something like that, you do it. I did it.
Yeah.
It's atrocious. I didn't like it. But it happened. And all I can do is learn from it and grow from it and not let the shit happen again.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And I am still struggling with this car, though. So I had my dream car was a Jeep Wrangler, a purple Jeep Wrangler. And I've had a purple Jeep Wrangler for 4 years. I love Luna. She's my girl, and I miss her so much. I just didn't like what was happening with her because she started raining in her, because this rain in California just kept coming, and then so the top, it was leaking in there. Because it's soft top. I didn't have a hard top. It was raining in it. Yeah. The floors were molded. Had to take the carpets out. Under that carpet was disgusting. Just nasty. Then we had to take the plugs out of the bottom of the Jeep so that the water could drain out of it, and then leave the carpets out. Leave the carpets out of the Jeep. So that made it loud as hell in the car when I on the phone with anyone trying to talk to them, yelling at them because
that car was so loud, and it was not the motor. Loud. It wasn't the motor.
No, it
was just the environment.
Open. Yeah. It's open.
There's no kind of ceiling.
None. And
with those things.
But she's cute though. She's so cute.
So we're gonna.
And she was purple, and she's beautiful. And her name was Luna. And I put some green trim on the inside. My favorite colors, green and purple. I wanted a purple Jeep, and I went after that purple Jeep. Got it from CarMax has a ginormous reach, and I got it, and it was great. Until I started riding in like different types of luxury. I mean,
this is nice.
This is nice. Like, this is so quiet
this
in
ain't
here.
Like my shit.
I can hear it like it's just a. It's just a going down the road and
that Jeep, man. It's a nice Jeep, but again,
it just wasn't practical for me anymore.
I don't think that's some grown folk shit there.
But I could handle the Jeep. I knew how to drive it. I knew how to handle it on the road. Yeah. And this Jeep, the next one is just so big. Just pretty. It's
so big in comparison to what you previously had. It's not a big vehicle, but it's not. No, this isn't like a Tahoe big. It's not even as big as a Tahoe.
It's not.
And the Tahoe is not even the biggest.
Tall. It's not as tall as a Tahoe, but it's long like a bus.
No, dude. No. It's just a bit of a change going from a Wrangler to a Cherokee. That's all it is. But it's a nice ride, and it's a much more practical ride, and probably going to last a lot longer because you don't have to worry about a leaking roof.
I know. Like but I just feel like I'm struggling with the back end. But just turning in and forgetting that the back part and hadn't made it up there yet.
Oh, gosh. And again, those Jeep Wranglers.
Oh, I still want
cool.
One.
They look cool. But from a functionality standpoint, in a small city, big city, it just ain't necessary. I don't need to be able to drain water out of the bottom of my Jeep in metropolitan USA. I just don't need that.
When it rains like that here.
And then the whole soft soft top, I keep going off my mic, I'm sorry. Then the whole soft top thing with you
couldn't
go
take
to
the top
back.
off.
When you're going in through the back of it, you unzip it to get inside. And then when you try to zip it back up,
can't do it.
You better have worked out that day.
I mean, finger push-ups, because it's right there. You have a grip.
And you need to be able to tug that daggum zipper all the way around.
Just don't get a soft top. If you get one, and both times that I had a Jeep Wrangler, I had a soft top. And because you could do something with it by yourself. I didn't have to have some help to get the top off. But now I had to have help to zip it back up. I never could zip it back up again after I unzipped it. And that made it even louder in the car.
Also, Nightmare says, not sure I'd ever put, quote, Jeep and, quote, dream car together in a sentence.
It was because I could have it purple. I wanted to have a purple car, and it'd be okay to have a purple car because every car cannot be purple. But Wranglers, you can make them your own. You know, not a whole lot of cars you can do that with. And it'd be okay. He
says his dream car would be a 78 Corvette. Yes. Yeah. That's not bad. Those cars could move.
Those fast cars. That's sports cars.
Those cars could move, man.
My dream car is a G-Wagon.
What happened to my webcam? Did it die now? What the heck? Is everything falling apart tonight? Jeez. All right. That's fine. We'll just go back to that and no webcam. Sorry. Yeah, I see it right there. Anyway, powering through. This is why I need my other camera back and need to get it repaired.
Yes, we got to get it repaired.
That thing. Oh, dude, that was another part from yesterday's shoot. So I rented a lens because I knew I needed a different type of lens for this particular assignment. Rented the lens, got over there, didn't even use the lens.
That's atrociousness.
Didn't use the lens. Why? Because I use that camera, and that camera is not the same as what my Blackmagic camera is. It's not the same sensor, so it just performs differently.
Dang, that's a waste.
Yeah, so I didn't waste a lot of money, but I still wasted money renting that lens and didn't need it. And because my mode of operation is like I'm always shooting video with my dedicated video camera. Mm-hmm. You know. Even though this camera here has video capabilities, really good video capability, it's not my video camera. But yeah, I get over there, pull the lenses out, put the camera on the tripod and got ready to go, slap the lens on there, fired it up. And I was like, damn, this looks different.
Can't imagine why.
I was like, man, this just don't look right. And then I was like, oh, you freaking idiot. And I took the lens off and put another lens on there that works just fine. Just, yeah, you get into that mode of operation and, muscle memory. That's all it is. At least that's what it was for me.
I am also bringing it back to myself because I'm an actor and it's supposed to always be about me.
Because you're a narcissist? Is that what you're saying?
No. So there was something else. I got a lead. Our class, our theater techniques class is doing a production, non-production, but it's a class thing. They don't want us to call it a production, but it is a production because it's several different productions. Okay,
so is it being taped? I shouldn't say that anymore because we're...
Ain't nothing taped.
Is it being recorded?
Oh, wow. Is it being taped? Y'all gonna tape it? Make sure you tape that show so I can watch it later. I mean...
Is this production being recorded?
I would love it if they would allow us to... I was going to ask if we could. I don't know.
No, not recorded by you, but like recorded by the administration.
I don't think so. But we were able to invite, immediate family to it because it's a class thing. And it'll be done during class time, like at 9 o'clock.
So there's going to be an audience.
Yes.
Well, I guess that's a production then.
Yes, but they don't want us to call it production but whatever. And it's Pippin.
Pimpin'?
Pimpin'. The name of it is Pippin. It is another Broadway thing. Pippin. I don't know the show. I've not seen it, but Patina Miller.
You know what Pippin is? You probably know. Because he watches a lot of weird movies. Patina Miller.
She is.
Oh yeah, she's good.
Also, she's the leader, the leading player in Pippin. So I was chosen to be the leading player in Pippin.
Of course, he says. Sure, I know Pippin. Shocking. Just shocking.
I haven't seen it. You know, if I could watch all of these things, it would be great. I would love to see a lot of these plays that I haven't seen. I don't know when I would get a chance to watch them, but it would be really nice to be able to see these plays. Pippin is one of them because but in Pippin, since you know it, I'm going to be the leading player. So I have that whole solo to sing just for Magic to Do is the name of the song.
Yeah, he says it's a 70s musical. So, yeah.
Yep.
No more than I know. No more than I know, dude. Whatever, man. I don't know any of this stuff, but that is quite.
Are you going to come and see me? No. There should not be a pause. No long pause. No break. No nothing. You should already have that answer loaded up, ready to go out your mouth as soon as I said, here. Are you going to come and see? Yes.
Yeah, I will be there. Yes,
front row, center.
I do have that
every night.
Loaded. I will be there
every night.
I will not be there every night.
You should be there every night.
I should, but I won't.
You go to all of Jacob's games.
No, I didn't go to his game yesterday.
You go to his games when you're at home in football.
Yeah. That's and why is that?
And if he had a game every night, if he had a game every night, you would be there.
Why is that? Come on. What's that answer? Why is that? Don't act like you don't know why.
I really don't.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, so you can take all the photos and videos and
no. I go to his football games. Yeah, I'm definitely going to the football games because it's football.
There you go. Yeah. That's what I'm telling you. That was the main answer. This is my football.
That's not football.
No, this is my football. I've gone to football games and had amazing time. You would really I think you're going to like it. I think you're really going to like the movie.
Look here. I gave SpongeBob my 100% my attention during that show. I went into it and boy,
how many shows did I do?
I don't know. I saw the one.
Exactly.
I saw the one.
Exactly.
And that was it.
How many football games are in a season?
Depends on the class.
You see how you got them answers?
Yeah.
Depends on the class.
Depends on the class.
Depends on the class.
I'm serious.
No, but this one is only going to be 5 nights, so you can see all 5 shows and watch me from the beginning to the end.
I'm not going to 5 shows. Musicals?
This is not a musical.
I thought you just said this was a 70s musical.
This is Patina Miller. That Magic to Do. That's class thing. The production of Much Ado About Nothing.
Much Ado About Nothing is not. Yeah, okay. Now, I'm still not going to see it 5 days.
You said, good. You thought about that too. I was ready. I was ready to hear them words. Okay, I would.
I'm still not going 5 days. No, I'm going to support you that night.
That night.
I'll be the loudest person in there. You know.
Yes, you will.
I'll be the loudest person in there, but 5 nights? Nah, just not doing it. Oh, look at here. Richard Williams is hanging out with us here in the awesome chat here. So Richard says, can I get it to pop over there? He says, it looks good, although I share Ant's views of musicals.
Musicals are not for everyone.
That's what's up, man.
They are not for everyone. I get that. They are not for everyone, especially SpongeBob. SpongeBob had to be hard. It was long.
Dude, that freaking...
There was a lot of SpongeBob. We have... what is it? Post-traumatic stress, even at school. Like when we say SpongeBob, everybody's like, oh, because it was such a huge cast. It was so many of us. Like that was a large cast.
It was a large cast and so on and so forth, but that was not my issue. It was hard to watch, man. That stuff is just, even when you were watching it here in the house, whatever production of that you had that you watched 50 times a day when there's only 24 hours in a day. That I'm like, how in the world can somebody sit and watch this thing? It just does not do anything for me. And even now, Much Ado About Nothing, I can't do that with this one. And I got to be off book in like 2 weeks. What do you mean by off book? Explain that.
So the first part of Much Ado About Nothing, I have to have the first part memorized off book. I can't look at my book.
Memorizing is off book. Okay.
Yeah. I can do it. I'm going to do it. And that's it.
I think you can do it. I believe you can do it.
It's different.
I believe you can do it for 5 nights too, but I'm just going to see one.
I can do it. What if we ask you, what if we hire you to come in and video the show, like take photos of us? Because they normally have other people do that for the shows at the JC, but this is a student production. And I was thinking about it tonight while we were there, was going to ask, but I was like, let me not ask them before I say something to Anthony, like a real deal, because since it's a student production, and let me see.
So look here, the key phrase you said, what if we hire? Mm-hmm. That's what you said. Mm-hmm. If you're hiring me to do a job there, then I'd be there 5 days.
At a discount rate for me.
Do we need to have that discussion about discounts like we already had in our family chat?
Oh my God.
Do we need to go there?
I know. I was just thinking like photos because I'm in it. But I feel that.
Because I'm going to go ahead and tell you, because that's exactly how your powers would sell that to me.
I know.
She's in it. You could shoot her and it would be great. We have all the lighting and yada, yada, yada. And and you can shoot it and you can let us use the pictures for next to nothing. Yeah. I know how that game goes.
I know.
I
was just thinking.
I was just thinking too.
I was just thinking.
Man, dude, we got a super chat here from my man, Mr. Joe Esposito, and he says he's heading out. Put this little bit into the camera repair bucket. Happy to hear work is coming. I'll be looking for your ZDNet piece.
Oh, yeah.
When it lands. And as usual, great stream. Have a great night.
Thank you so much. We will, because I'm about to go to sleep.
Yeah, it's almost time to hit the hay.
And still send us in things you have, questions you want to ask, and give us topics you want to talk about. And it's always something going on in my life, but I don't want to always talk about me. I don't always want to talk about me, but I will.
But that's the thing.
I don't want to always talk about me, but I will.
I get that, but I need you to be comfortable with it, because the feedback that I always get is, well, what did she say, or what did she do, or what?
Well,
I agree with her, and what she said was hilarious. And
I have been showed favor at my job. I got one of my guests, Betsy. She wrote in a really nice write-up on me as her technician for that day, and she's very pleased with my work, and that was really nice to hear, because a lot of my guests will say, you know, this is the best thing, you're the best one, this is
yeah,
but the right people need to hear that too.
Yeah, I agree,
you know, and we don't have a recognition system yet in place yet in the spa, but I think they're trying to work on it. Yeah, I heard something this week which threw me off a little bit, that the casino does not, I've already known that they don't acknowledge Juneteenth, Black History Month, none of that.
Oh, wait a minute, that's news?
No, it's not news to me. But what I didn't know was that, like, the people around here, like the chamber, and they reach out. Yeah. Even the Roanoke Park one.
Yeah.
They reach out.
Yeah.
And they get nothing. Yeah. And I'm like, well, that makes sense, because I don't hear anything at work ever. Nothing. It comes and goes.
It is safe to say that particular casino, their bread is buttered by the Asian community, and they're going to do everything they can to keep that Asian community happy, so much that they're bussing that Asian community in 24 hours a day.
Oh, the day.
Bussing them in.
It's everybody. It's not just them, but it's majority.
No, it's not just them, but it is a shit ton.
It is. I know. Chinese, and that's why we celebrate everything
Korean,
Asian. We
Japanese,
celebrate everything Asian. Indian. But at the same time, now that we're doing this recognition, that's why I want the recognition. Like, what can we do?
Yeah.
Because I want to get some recognition too. I'm over here.
You are the only chocolate chip in the cookie, as you like to say, right?
I know. I cut myself off from saying it, but I'm not anymore. I'm not. I have
got feedback on that idiom too. Someone brought up that idiom. You saying you're the only chocolate chip in the cookie.
It's been that way in a lot of my jobs. 98% of my career has been in roles where I was the only chocolate chip in the cookie, and just surrounded by tan and white.
Yeah. And
it still lives whole true now.
Yeah, but we still thrive. Damn it.
Absolutely, because I got this. I know me.
Yeah.
And it ain't nothing new.
All right. Before we get out of here, we are going to pause one more second for a quick break. Stay right there. All right. And we are back. Before we get out of here for tonight, is there anything that you would like to leave with our wonderful community of listeners and friends here at Everyday People Doing Everyday Shit?
Thank you so much for all of the support week after week. Really, really appreciate it. And for real, just, if you really want to come to Santa Rosa Junior College, April 25th through the 28th, I'll be there.
They really don't want to.
I know. It is what it is. I got to put it out there, though. But you can support the school, too. You can make donations to the theater arts department and to the... Yeah. Well, I don't want to say the university like that. I would like to say, if they want to do that, they could donate it to the student production. That part. Not so much the whole theater arts thing, because they got their own budget. But, if they could put it to our student production team, Santa Rosa Junior College is on there, but that would be cool. and just think of me, send me really, really good thoughts, good vibes, the memory vibes to memorize all of the thus and the thous and the these, and then get the heartbeat right with the iambic pentameter that I haven't.
The thus, the thous, and these.
All of these to say them right in there. I want to say never.
Can you say
and it's
that
not
like 3
never,
times
it's
fast?
ne'er. It's you're ne'er and ne'er. And I'm getting lessons from the children on how to properly say things.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, just send all of the good vibes, all of those things. And thank you again for watching and listening and giving us ideas and asking us questions and keeping the show going. And that's it.
My country ass would have no shot. With
I'm country too.
The D, the day, the.
Oh yeah, you would really have trouble because you already your TH is D anyway. This thou do this. Yeah, no.
I walk up in there, they probably think I'm Boomhauer from King of the Hill.
Yes. You just be going slower. He talks real fast. You did thou do this thing? Did yours is. I didn't think about that part.
Man, they'd be like, "Who is this dude in here?" Good grief.
It's interesting.
Man. Well, what I would like to leave with the people, and this is more for folks out there. Actually, I guess you can say it's 50-50. It's for people that are creators and for people that are working with or hiring creators. You know, when you go to do these gigs as a creator, don't be afraid to know your worth and to honor your worth. If you have subscribed to my newsletter at antpruitt.com/blog, I recently discussed understanding and knowing your worth. I turned down a gig that's supposed to shoot Friday, I believe, because, well, the communication was just shit-tastic. And the more I thought about it, the more I felt like, man, I'm going to show up to this set and not be prepared because I don't know all of the information that I need to know, even though I asked for all of that information. Mm-hmm. And I don't want that to be a reflection of me and my brand. So I was like, I probably don't need to do this. And then I thought about it a little bit more after that and said, you know what? If these cats are pretty shit-tastic with communicating and answering questions, I got a hunch that check's going to be really, really slow when it comes. So I'm out. And so I formally sent them a note and you're not getting me on this one. You're going to have to find somebody else. I'm bowing out of this thing. And then there's the aspect of someone hired me for 2 gigs. And one of those gigs was a short notice gig. And they wanted a discounted rate on that short notice gig.
What? That's such a smack in the face.
And I'm like, okay. So I responded with, this is actually my low rate. It's not. But I responded, this is my low rate. Mm-hmm. And so I told them that, you know, I can do the work. I'm just not going to be there all them hours that you wanted me to. I'll just be there shorter, that kind of thing. And I said it because, number one, I honor my rate and honor my worth, if you will. But then I also did some more research looking at this event and looking at how much money they spent on the event.
Why are you going to lowball me? That's effed up.
So, folks, yeah, creators, honor your worth, know your worth, and just be proud of your worth.
Because they're going to put it out there.
And don't be afraid to say no if you have to, you know. If that means eating a couple bologna sandwiches that week for dinner, have at it. My family will tell you I do that quite easily.
Yes. If
I got to cut back on something, I'll cut back. And as far as the people that are paying these creators, I get that you're trying to save money. You know, that's business 101. It's trying to, how do you make your profits bigger? I get that. But don't just blatantly try to cheat people. Do you ask your barber for a discount? You know, do you ask the...
Just cut this side right here.
You know, do you ask the wait staff at your favorite restaurant? Do you ask them for a discount? You know, do you tip them less? You know, so
say it, preach
stuff
it,
like
preach
that.
it, preach
So
it, preach it.
It's a two-way street. And I just hope everybody can take something from that and spread this around the world. One more chat in here. This one comes from, whoops, that's the wrong button. I got too many buttons over here. One more chat in here from Mr. Richard. It says, we all thank you both. We all thank you both, and the boys are great. You're wonderful people. Good luck with the musical, Queen P.
Oh,
You'll be
thank
amazing. You. And Aunt, when attending. Mr. Richard, me and you, we eye to eye, brother.
Thank you.
You
He'll
feel me.
be there. He's
feel
gonna
me
be
on this.
there.
You know, I don't want no part of these daggum musicals.
I would not ask you to come to the musical. Yeah. But this one, yeah, I want you to be there all 5 nights.
I'm gonna go to the musical, but I'm going once. I'm gonna go to
I'm not in a musical.
I know you're not in the musical right now. I know you're not in the musical right now, but
the
I'm
class
just saying.
thing, yeah, you come to that one too, because you're my family.
Foot in the ass? Is that what you meant?
You're my family. What is it? What was the word? It was
foot in the ass?
You're my family. Immediate family.
Words hard. Oh gosh, we're gonna get out of here, folks. Thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of Everyday People Doing Everyday Shit. Be sure to subscribe in your favorite podcast application of choice. Be sure to share the show out with any and everybody that you know and love, and at least one of your enemies out there. Share it with them too, just to piss them off. Make sure you check out the website, Pruitt.com, and all of the stuff going on there. There's a blog where I write some stuff and share some things. My newsletter is there. If you want to order prints, you can go to antpruitt.com/prints. I have a new print that I'm working on. Haven't published it yet, but give me a little time. I need to do some post-processing on it, and it'll be published soon. And she's raising her hand. Go ahead. You can talk.
Do you have my information on the website to where people can follow me?
Every time I put the show out, I also put your information in there too.
Okay, I was just curious. Thought about that.
Well, but since this is antpruitt.com, you know, my shit's definitely gonna be on there.
I know.
No, but yeah, every time we do show notes, your information is in there, and yeah, so check us out there. And for the folks that are a part of the Patreon, thank you very, very much. Again, you know, this helps keeps the show going. Your monetary support and the super chats and all of that. Patreon page is antpruitt.com/Patreon, or just go to patreon.com/AntPruitt. It takes you to the same spot. The magic of the internet. All right, we're going to get out of here. Have yourselves a good week. Do something good for yourself. Do something good for somebody else. And brush off the jackasses. We'll see you.